Students, in this video I will explain respiration. So if I am talking about the respiration, so first question is, what is breathing? What is the difference between the breathing and respiration? Breathing means inhalation of oxygen and exhalation of carbon dioxide. So oxygen we require, so we inhale, and carbon dioxide it is not required for the body, so it is eliminated from the body. So breathing means inhalation and exhalation of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Respiration. Respiration is the second step, means oxygen is received by the body, by the lungs and the other organ. Then when oxygen is taken by the blood cell, then respiration process starts. So respiration is the biochemical process in which an organism obtains energy in the form of ATP, which I have explained in the class 9, that what is the energy currency of the cell, that is ATP, adenosine triphosphate. When it is utilized, it is converted into ADP, adenosine diphosphate. So respiration is a biochemical process in which an organism obtains energy by oxidizing nutrients and releasing waste product. So what is the waste product? Carbon dioxide, means gaseous. In the gases if we talk, carbon dioxide is a waste product that is eliminated from the body. Respiration is of two types. So in the easy language if I talk, so respiration is the process, that is the biochemical process in which food is oxidized in the presence of oxygen. Respiration is of two types. First is aerobic respiration and the second is anaerobic respiration. In aerobic respiration you can see, that is aerobic, where oxygen is required. Example, human, animal, insect, means most of the organism they use oxygen. And anaerobic respiration, there is no need of oxygen. Oxygen is not required. Example, yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus, and bacteria. So these organisms, some organisms in the universe, they do not need oxygen. Now I will draw one figure that respiration takes place in the cell. In the cell, we see in the cell that cytoplasm is present. Students, tell me, what is respiration? What is the difference between breathing and respiration? Breathing means inhalation and exhalation of oxygen and carbon dioxide, right? And respiration means oxidation of nutrients in the cell and release of energy and waste. This is respiration, which in my last video I have explained. And in this video I will tell the actual process which happens in the cell, that is the respiration. So in the cell, either it is in unicellular or multicellular organism, cell, this is the animal cell. You all are in class 10, so you know the structure of the cell, like it is animal cell, because single membrane is present, cytoplasm is filled, nucleus, mitochondria, these are present. So here respiration starts, either it is aerobic or anaerobic. Respiration starts in cytoplasm, and in Aerobic respiration. Respiration starts in cytoplasm and completes in mitochondria. This is very important question, that in aerobic respiration, where means what is the initiation, where initiation of aerobic respiration and completion of aerobic respiration. So aerobic respiration starts in cytoplasm and completes in mitochondria. So in cytoplasm, glucose is present, and this glucose, by the help of the enzyme, it is converted into pyruvate. Glucose is a 6 carbon molecule and pyruvate is the 3 carbon molecule. And this pyruvate, when it is like pyruvate, it will enter into the mitochondria. And you all know the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It gives energy, or it generates energy in the form of ATP. And here in the mitochondria, that is the organelle in the cytoplasm of the cell, pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy. So when means in respiration, the oxygen which we get, inhale, and it is finally converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy. This is the breakdown of glucose by various pathway, and this is very important for the board exam. It is asked in the board of 3 marks, and here you will get aerobic respiration, anaerobic respiration and incomplete respiration in humans. So glucose 6 carbon compound in the cytoplasm, you see, you relate it with this also. Glucose 6 carbon compound, it is converted into pyruvate in cytoplasm, and this pyruvate, it will enter into mitochondria in the presence of oxygen, because oxygen is needed by mitochondria. So there oxygen is needed. Now in the presence of oxygen, this pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide, water and energy. So this is a type of aerobic respiration. Example, human. Aerobic respiration starts in cytoplasm and completes in mitochondria, and glucose in cytoplasm, it is converted into pyruvate in the absence of oxygen. Example, in the yeast and bacteria, that pyruvate is converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. This is 2 carbon compound. So this is anaerobic respiration, and so anaerobic respiration starts in cytoplasm and completes in cytoplasm only, not in mitochondria. And this is what happens, means we use oxygen, we like aerobic respiration happens in our body, means we use oxygen. And what happens when we run fast, when we do exercise? So what happens? Do we properly breathe? Glucose in cytoplasm, it is converted into pyruvate, but there is a lack of oxygen. There is a lackness of oxygen or insufficient supply of oxygen when we do exercise, when we run very fast. So in our muscle cell, this pyruvate enters, and this pyruvate is converted into lactic acid and energy. Okay, so this is 3 carbon molecule. So in our body, both aerobic respiration and this is incomplete aerobic respiration that happens. And I think you all must got that this is very important. So many questions are arise from this figure. This sketch or this flow chart is asked in the exam, and this is also asked where is aerobic respiration starts and completes, and anaerobic respiration, what is the these are the byproduct of respiration, and these are the product of glucose is the main product of respiration. And what is the byproduct of anaerobic respiration? Ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. And what is the byproduct of, like, in our body when we do exercise and we run, it means in incomplete respiration, that is lactic acid and energy. What is the byproduct of aerobic respiration? That is carbon dioxide, water and energy. Thank you. Students, in my last video I have explained respiration and its type, aerobic and anaerobic respiration, and the breakdown of the glucose. And in this video I will explain respiration in plants. Do plants breathe? Do plants breathe? Is it right? Because plants perform the process of photosynthesis. Most of the students, they think that plants do not breathe because they do the process of the photosynthesis. But plants also breathe. In the day, what happens in the process of the photosynthesis, carbon dioxide is taken by the plant and oxygen is released by the plant. So oxygen, some quantity of the oxygen that is made in the photosynthesis, they utilize. So, and at night what happens? There is no photosynthesis. So what happens? Plants release carbon dioxide at night. That's why old people, they say, don't lie down under the tree, dense tree at night, because ghost will come. Ghosts will not come. We will get carbon dioxide, and this is harmful for us. If we breathe in there, we will not breathe in oxygen, because plants at night, they release carbon dioxide. So exchange of the gases take place in the, what is the site of exchange of the gases in plants? So in leaf, photosynthesis, process of photosynthesis takes place, and in leaf, that structure I have just explained that day. In leaf, this is the structure of the leaf, and upper epidermis, lower epidermis, and there are stomata are present. Stomata are present, and stomata are the small pores which are present on the leaf, and the stomata help in exchange of the gases and transpiration, means water loss. So stomata, they help in the exchange of the gases, and so this is the structure of the open and closed stomata. So this is epiderm, these are epidermal cell, and these are kidney shaped guard cell, and dot chloroplast. Chloroplast is the organelle which is present in the leaf and which is responsible for the green pigment. This is the gap between the two guard cell, kidney shaped guard cell, that is stomatal pore. And you see the difference between this is open stomata and this is closed stomata. Open stomata is full with water and oxygen, and when this is full, so pressure is more, that is the turgor pressure, and then oxygen is released and water is also released, then it is flaccid. And this is closed, means space is more in open stomata, space is less in closed stomata. Structure is very important for the board exam, and this is also what is the function of the stomata, and structure of the stomata, and what are the guard cell, what is the shape of the guard cell. These are the questions related to the respiration in plants. Thank you very much.